People keep on asking me a lot of questions regarding electric vehicles, especially electric scooters. They chase me on the road, they stop me on the road and ask me about my electric scooter. So what I've done in this video is I've compiled a specific set of questions based on a lot of questions that people have been asking me and you guys have been asking me. Without any delay, let's get started. So the first question that I want to answer here is whether to get a plug-in hybrid automobile or a fully electric vehicle. See, firstly, plug-in hybrids are not really that widespread or popular in India. We either have fuel, diesel, petrol-powered vehicles or we have fully electric vehicles. Plug-in hybrids are a good mix between IC engines and electric systems with a motor and a battery pack. They usually combine the power of both the systems and give a combined output, or they tend to use individual sources at once at a point of time. Fully electric vehicles, as the name says, they are fully electric with no engine whatsoever. They just use a battery pack and a motor to run their wheels. Currently, the number of fully electric vehicles made exceed the number of hybrid vehicles made easily, and judging by the efficiency numbers, I can tell that fully electric vehicles end up being more efficient than hybrid vehicles in the long run. That being said, hybrid vehicles are having an advantage here because they can solely run on fuel too, which can give you flexibility. If you have range anxiety, can make your life more easier. So what do I recommend? If your daily commute is not more than 60 to 80 kilometers for two-wheelers and not more than 250 kilometers for four-wheelers, I would say go for fully electric vehicles. They are the best. If your commute is longer or more distant than that, go for hybrids. That's a better choice. Coming to a more practical question now. How much does it cost to buy an electric vehicle? Yes, electric vehicles are definitely more expensive compared to their fuel counterparts. Sometimes they even double the price of a similar fuel counterpart to purchase. They are expensive at the start to buy, but they end up costing a lot more cheaper in the long run, as they have cheaper daily running costs when you compare to a liter of petrol. That too with less to minimum regular maintenance costs adding up to that. I've made a separate video about this EV ecosystem where you can find more details about this, and I'll make sure I link the description below. The next most asked question is how far can they go? As of 2021, in Indian conditions, an average electric scooter can go up to 70 to 80 kilometers on a single full charge, and an electric car can go anywhere up to 250 to 300 kilometers on a single full charge. I've made a separate video telling you the details about all this, about a few electric vehicles. You can watch that to know more about these electric vehicles and their range numbers. People often ask me what are they like to drive, and I would like to answer that they are such fun, smooth and peaceful things to drive, especially electric scooters. They feel so energetic that you can save so much time in city traffic because of the torquey nature. There are little to no vibrations at all, so if you're going at higher speeds, you might feel like you're gliding through air. One thing that you might miss is the high revving sounds of an engine because they don't have one. They don't make the slightest noise even when they are in idle. Athers especially make a little bit of noise the whine of the motor because the motor is mounted to the chassis and not the wheel. Except that all these other electric scooters which have hub mounted motors don't even make any noise when they're moving. Even electric cars don't make noise because of course the cabin damping and the isolation will be really well done, which can easily mask out all those motor whine noises. The next very important question that I've been asked is how long does it take to charge, where do we charge it, and what is the scene about the whole public charging stations. See, this depends on the type of the vehicle and the model. Indian electric cars like the Nexon EV or the ZS EV take a whopping 8 to 10 hours to charge from 0 to 100 with a slow home charger. And the fast DC charger, they take only about 1 or 2 hours to charge from 0 to 80%. That's really good. Coming to scooters, they might take anywhere around 3 to 4 hours to charge from 0 to 100 with a slower home charger, that's your AC charger. And if you connect it to a fast DC charger, there are public fast chargers, they can charge your scooters from 0 to 80% in less than an hour or 1.5 hours at their maximum. Usually the company provides you with a slower charger which connects to your home AC outlet, and that can look something like this. And the fast DC chargers which you can find in the public chargers may look something like this. There are various public charging stations which you can make use of. Few are established by the government itself and few are established by the private companies like the Ather Grids. But these charging stations are not really that widespread, and I see a lot of customers charging their vehicles at home overnight with a slow charger and have a full charge by the next morning. The next question that I've been asked is, what if it runs out of charge? And have I personally ever drained the battery to 0%? No, I personally haven't drained the battery to 0% because my commute distance every day is less than 30 kilometers, and if I charge my scooter once from 0 to 80 or even 0 to 100, it'll last me 2 days easily in medium to rough riding. But there was this one time where I had to drain the battery up to 10%, but there was enough juice left for me to reach the nearest charging point and I could charge my scooter up there and come back home. In cities, if you run out of charge, it is not a big deal and you don't need to worry about it because there is a charging station for every 5 kilometers or so, or at least they are getting built at a decent pace. But if you're thinking of hitting the highways with less charge in your batteries, I would not recommend it unless you have your trip planned properly. One last question which is very important, which I have to answer in this video because I've been pushing this from a lot of previous videos, and it's a very debatable question, which is, are electric vehicles actually eco-friendly? The answer is both yes and no. Let me explain. It depends on these three factors according to my knowledge. One thing is how clean is the electricity generated in your state. Second thing is vehicle production carbon footprint. Third thing is daily usage carbon footprint. Depends on the way how electricity is produced. As in India, we still depend on coal power plants for majority of our power needs, and that is kind of changing slowly as we are progressing slowly towards cleaner sources like wind energy or solar energy. Not only that, all EVs need battery packs, of course, and making battery packs in the plant is seen to be more harmful for the nature compared to making an engine block in the plant. And coming to these vehicle production numbers alone, carbon emissions which are caused due to electric vehicle productions is higher when you compare it to carbon emissions due to normal gas powered vehicles. Doesn't mean that filling up gas in a fuel tank and driving is eco-friendly either. Oil refineries produce a ton of CO2 emissions and easily more compared to EV vehicle production. As EVs are much more efficient compared to their fuel counterparts, they can get away with consuming way less energy for running them daily, which can result in lower daily carbon footprints. So of course EVs benefit from not having to damage the environment when driving them daily when you compare them to exhaust pipes releasing carbon emissions. If you collectively look at all these factors, EVs turn out to be more efficient and eco-friendly when compared to their fuel powered counterparts. So that is it for today's video then. If you have any more questions to ask me about electric vehicles, you can comment them down in the comment section below. If you have any more information to tell me about electric vehicles, you can do the same. And if you ended up liking the whole video, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, this is Pawan signing out.